Welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball channel. Just doing the weekly eBay auction action things I'm looking at. I'm even sharing, kind of auctions that I'm involved in and stuff. So just things to look at. Again, apologize for my voice. It's still a hair under the weather. Haven't gotten over it totally yet, but getting there. So so remember, I track, so, mostly this is going to be a star focused channel, but I do track 86 Fleer. I track some 86s, and occasionally I'll show, other notable 80s, 80s auctions and whatnot. So, but I'm still looking. I watched the BGS 9s, I watched the PSA 9s for the 57, Fleer Jordans, and kind of watching just prices. They're still not even close to what I would pick one up at. So I still think they have a ways to fall, but I still am looking at them and kind of tracking prices. I actually bought a BGS 9, I think it was 2 years ago now, for around 15, and I got out of it very quickly. And obviously that was a good move. And then I got one probably about a year ago, and again, that was kind of when I got out of that one quickly. I took a 10% loss on that almost immediately, and just went, you know what? I kind of realized that, this again, the Jordan Iconic, it's not a rookie card. It's a third year card of Jordan. Iconic in the most, I think the most iconic card in the hobby. But it's just, for how many are produced, I just find this card, very overvalued. And Sports Card Dad, Dustin, kind of agrees with that assessment, and was good to hear him say it. Just there's so many of them. But I do track the prices. I love the card. I would like to get it, but I'm not anywhere close to paying this. Kind of once I realized the 101 being the actual rookie card, and myself being a rookie card collector. So after that rant, now I'll go kind of through kind of quickly. I was looking at this 450 best of the best Jordan. That's interesting. I think that's going to go a bit higher simply because it's Probstein auction. And it seems sharp, which makes me think that there's a surface issue of some sort. So we will see, what happens there. 14 hours left on this one, so it should be. It's going to be ending here today on Wednesday. So also checked out this 85 star uncut sheet. Actually, the seller reached out and said, "Oh, I kind of missed this one," and yes, I did. This is the 5x7s. And what's interesting about this one is it has a blank back, and you'll find this variation for star cards. Some people don't like it. Some people actually kind of dig it, and it definitely is a rarer item. But some people kind of look at it as kind of, I'm gonna say, a print defect. But again, I don't know. It's this is just a cool piece because you have Jordan. I haven't seen one of these where you have Jordans and Bird, but again, some people print it as a print defect. Others deem it more valuable because it's rarer. So it's really up for the individual collector to decide. But again, this is a pretty dang cool piece. And it's basically a buy it now at 1900. So very, very cool. And here, I wanted to highlight this auction right here. I even reported this on eBay. This is awful. As you can see, it was a reprint that they took, and you can tell if you know the 101, it's trimmed, and they put it and cracked the case. They kind of make it look beat up so they can get money out of it, and it's up to this. And I believe I'm trying to think of where the like category is. They put it in licensed reprint category, meaning it's not even going to be it's not going to go to be authenticized. So this is a loophole in eBay. So I reported, eBay said nope, it's fine, and this isn't a licensed reprint. This is basically just a complete fraud. That's a $15 card, put in a slab and made up, and it's just awful. This is one of those ones that, so avoid. I wish I could, let bidders know, but too bad eBay doesn't understand. It said a customer service rep looked at it, and it's like they don't know what this is. So that's a bummer. I watch the Mavericks. Any of the '83 Mavericks auctions. I'm kind of looking at again tracking prices. I had an 8.5 was my last one, and I sold it for 5,900. And again, that was actually probably sold it about 5 months ago, something like that. So they're still in and around the same price at 8.5, a little softer, but that's where they're at. Again, this uncut sheet I'm still looking at. This one to me is just fantastic because it has the the Celtics, Lakers, and Mavericks on it, and it has the Bucks and Dr. J. I mean, so there's the backs on them, but just really, really, really cool. Oh my gosh, I would like to have that one. Bob Lanier, I was looking at actually picking this one up. I picked up another one. This is arguably there's two cards that can be considered the rarest of star cards. I'll be doing a video on that on rare star cards soon. But I picked one up, PSA 7. So this is just really cool stuff. The 7 auction, this will go quite a bit higher. But watching that, we'll see where this ends at. This is an 8, but it's by the same bidding people that kind of do the buy and sells between each other. So I don't know where this will end up, and a lot of people are avoiding their auctions. So I'm guessing this one's actually going to dip a bit low. However, they've slowed down a ton, and the auctions and there aren't many 101 auctions, as there shouldn't be. The population isn't high, so it's definitely interesting to watch. Checking out the PSA 5 Barkley rookie. The edges are rough, but it's actually centered pretty dang good. Was just checking that one out. And again, 83 Mavericks looking at. Here's a raw 288. Very, very sharp. Uh, it looks legit. It's got that white line at the bottom. So it's really it's a seller with low feedback fairly, but it's hard to tell on this one. And I would not buy raw. That's the one thing I do not buy any star cards raw. So this is one that I'm staying away from. But I'm interested in seeing where it ends up. Some of the best of the old. This 9,000. This is like one of the nicest. This is the rarest set. I'll be doing a video, but yeah, this is that's interesting. What the ask is 9,000, but for the rare star card collector, it's great. There's a 288. I actually had this one at that point. Just a fantastic card. 9.5 centering, 9.5 surface. And the worthy. The ended auctions, it was a bit more interesting. There's a BGS 9 for 8,800. Again, those are getting softer, so watching those come down a bit. But the big thing to me, this was the biggest ending auction. Look at this Mavericks team set. It actually sold. I looked it up for 1350. So that was the final selling price on this set raw. These were in nice condition. It looks like it's hard to tell with those white backgrounds because it covers like corner and edge wear, so you're not totally sure. So I don't like it when they put a white background. But again, this sold for 1,350. Mavericks cards kind of still on fire. Again, the last bag set sold for 1,600. And this is a jump up from that. So I'm guessing the next bag set's probably going to clear two. It might clear two easy just because they don't come up. And I've already had several people reach out to me, but I don't want to sell. I think that this is just a really, really cool item as a collector. And then finishing, here's a BGS 9 for the Rookie of the Year. Jordan, again, this is the one where he's in his Olympic uniform for a Rookie of the Year card. You would think it's an Olympic card, but it's not. But that sold for 5,000. Subs on that. Let's go take a peek. Kind of zoom in for people who are interested. Oh, 3.95. Yeah, 9.5s. You're gonna get that. That card is just razor. So Yeah, you'll get a high premium off that. PSA 7 looks like it sold for 2000 for a Crunch and Munch. Wembayama, I just was curious, like what are these cards going for? These one's numbered to 175. Look at that price. That's insane. So I just looked at out of interest. I'm not buying any of these or whatnot. 8,000 for a very good three, PSA three, very good. So that was about kind of where I expected it to be at. And this one surprised me. I remember my last video, I was watching this one, and this one ended at, I was surprised it ended at only 1,800. So because this was a Probstein auction again, but the subs were 9.5 on corners and centering. Had I known it was going to be there, I probably would have picked this one up. So anyway, that was some of the auctions I was looking at. And then the ended, I just was looking at 57 Fleers because I don't know why they vanish on my phone. But you can see where these are kind of ending up. 8.5s are in and around 6,000. And you have the 9 8800, and there was a PSA. The one I was really focused on was the one down right here was a PSA 9 is now selling for 16,300. So these again, kind of everything, the slow drip drop and softness, it's definitely worth noting. So I think that will continue. That is my prediction, and I think it'll continue kind of quite a bit. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm looking at as far as auctions and things. The things that I found interesting. The Mavericks definitely probably was the biggest kind of surprise in my book, as well as this 117 from 85 star. All right, so hope you liked it. Subscribe, and then I'll see you at the next video.